like I was talking to a gentleman on my podcast that will air down the road. Matthew Pizon. He's in Allentown,
Oh,
Pennsylvania.
yeah. Oh,
Do you
you
know
should.
him?
I don't know him, but that's another market I was looking at because
Oh,
there's a guy that I know that this kind of in the one rental at a time kind of community. He invests in Allentown, and yeah, and so I've touched talked to some of the agents out there and talked to some other people, and and I don't know if you follow Lance Lambert on Twitter, but he's a great resource
maybe.
for housing. Yeah, he's a housing how he you got to follow him if you want housing
Okay.
information. But anyways, he just posted something about Allentown, like through all the interest rate hikes, like whatever from 3 to 8% and whatever. But like inventory stayed, they didn't really change. It was like, yeah, I mean, but
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
He this gentleman, he's 36 and he's an engineer and just quit his job last year. So he's got over 200 units, I think. So he told me.
what?
But he started in 2014, and his first purchase was a investment property at like 60,000 conventional loan, put 15% down, and it was like $1,000 in rent. Payment was like I don't know 300 or 400 bucks, whatever. It just
Yeah,
kept going, just kept
yeah,
going,
and
and
I
it's
think
like
the taxes are a little bit better in Allentown than Pittsburgh.
okay,
Yeah. So, I mean, maybe from a, I mean, I know they've gotten pretty good appreciation recently, but maybe when you're looking at it from a market driver standpoint, I think Pittsburgh has a little bit more market drivers in that area. But yeah, I know Allentown is very popular for investors, and the rent to price ratio is super good, and so that's kind of where I was also. And I heard the weather is actually more favorable than
oh really?
Pittsburgh. Yeah,
Oh, okay,
I didn't realize that because I think Allentown is more northeast than
yeah,
Pittsburgh,
north of
but
Philly, yeah,
yeah, but the weather is actually more favorable.
that's always a
Yeah,
good thing. Yeah,
yeah.
like
So he lives there.
yeah, he lives there and he's just kind of been building his portfolio and just kind of building a team and they
Yeah.
do buy and fix and then hold. They hold their stuff. They're not really a flip, but they do buy, renovate, hold,
Oh, yeah. I gotta get
blow
his
your mind.
number because I'll pass it on to my friend that invests in that area.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think I forget the name of the town. He's like, yeah, we're also expanding, looking in a couple different areas a little bit further west, maybe. Um, but the point that I bring it up is like he got in the game, got into the game, and at 36 now he's no longer working a W-2 job.
Yeah.
I mean, like if you don't get in the game, you'll never know. You'll never know. You never know what's
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's what it is. And I think, the lockdowns, the shutdowns, or whatever you want to call it, gave a lot of people a lot of opportunities to get started too, because, like everybody was taken out of their routine and the world kind of shut down. And, people were just like, "Huh, I'm going to dabble in this or do this." And they had more time. And I think that's where a lot of people got started.
Yeah, yeah, and the thing about it is that like rates were so damn low, right? And there's two things: rates are so damn low, so yeah, people got in. Hopefully, we're able to make good moves and build equity fast, and but with rates in the threes and twos, like people are just aren't going to be selling those properties. Actually, I know a couple people who are selling with rates like a two and a quarter rate, which is just it's an asset alone. But some people are selling, but like that's I don't see this inventory glut changing anytime soon. I mean, I think I saw a stat that like of all the homes out there, less than 10% have a rate above six or yeah, I think above six. So like as time goes on and rates are, in these higher ranges, you're gonna have more of those properties having these higher rates and then probably more people, okay with those types of rates and less people holding on to the low rates. But yeah, just that like you said, it's just weird times.
Yeah, you touched on it too. I think the supply of inventory is going to be the one thing that's always going to be a struggle, right? I mean, they've been under building for how many years, and like you're saying, people are staying in their homes a lot longer. They have these low interest rate payments, and a lot of them are not going to sell for quite a while. And yeah, I just see that supply of inventory being the challenge. And even you look at even like new builds, it was booming because everyone was buying. But now that the market has kind of slowed down, even the new builders are pulling back, because
Hmm.
they're not gonna just keep building if there's no demand. I mean, there's demand, but the interest rates are so high, it's preventing a lot of people from getting in. So, the builders aren't just going to keep building to have inventory sit there. So, they're just going to slow down also.
Yeah.
And, they have more tools in their toolbox, right? They're just going to, possibly build smaller homes to meet the affordability, or, they're buying rates down.
Hmm.
But just that supply is always going to be the struggle unless somehow, you know, the government figures out a way to incentivize,
Yeah.
but at the
So
same, or just, I mean, if they did that, then values may come down. If they have too much
yeah.
supply, but chances are a lot of these people that make the decisions have real estate, and they would not really want to see values go down. So I really can't see too much incentives out there to overbuild.
Yeah. Yeah. And like millions and millions of homes behind in terms of the population that wants to buy, and then you know, I think I saw it like $5 million, 5 million homes of undersupply. And I think with just different ways that companies can generate revenue now, like this whole push to content and content being currency and all this stuff and being able to monetize certain things, it's gonna take, if somebody really wanted to, like, this is something like that entered my brain, which I don't know if it's ever gonna happen or will ever make sense to happen, but like you have a record pace of apartment complexes being built, right? That's where you're gonna have the economies of scale in terms of the cost of construction because it's so damn expensive right now to build still. So single family construction is down, apartment complexes is up. Like I think I saw a chart that's like it's at like record highs, which makes sense. And if you build an apartment complex, I mean, you have a small group of people or person who owns that, and and the profits go to that person or that entity. And you have 300 renters or 100 renters or whatever. What I would love to be able to do, or have a group do at some point in time, the right fit, the right stop, the right state, right, whatever. Build a complex of 4 units where you're having people come in buying primary residences with your whatever FHA or conventional loan, and then that ownership is being spread up amongst other people. But the cost perspective is, it's not, it doesn't fit right now. And so, like, okay, as a builder, right? Builders make money by building houses. That's what they do. However, what if there was an entity that was able to generate revenue in other ways, and the other revenue that you bring in the door could maybe bring the cost down. And the more you build, the more surface area you have, which could in turn be able to bring in more revenue from this other revenue source. And like maybe it's YouTube, maybe it's content, maybe it's whatever else. Like there's a million different examples you could probably go down to be able to have other revenue sources come in. But having a brand of entity that's building revenue from other resources, other connections, or fame or whatever. Like imagine if Taylor Swift said, "Hey, you know what? Like I am going to go build this complex of 4 units in this city, in this state, and we're going to do 400 4 units in this city, and we're going to have retail shops here and there." She would make so much damn money on whatever she wanted to sell or merchandise or YouTube or ads or whatever. I mean, she could probably cut the cost of building a house by 25%, 30%. And that's just a number I'm just pulling off my ass. I have no idea.
Yeah.
But that's the stuff
Well,
like where you got to get creative to be able to make things happen.
yeah, I think like maybe zoning laws are gonna be changing slightly, I because I know a lot of places they're starting to try to look into having, there's my cats making a whole bunch of noise. But I see a lot of like strip malls, because commercial, retail spaces are really down right now. And a lot of people don't go to strip mall or shopping centers as much as they used to, ordering a lot of things online. But having these retail or strip malls also provide housing above, like maybe a low rise apartment unit, 4 to 5 stories. And now, a lot of time these people are going to be working, so they're not going to be occupying parking during the day when a lot of these strip centers are going to be open, and then at night, these people return, the strip center's closed. And now you have eateries also there. People are going to spend money there. So I see that being maybe something that a lot of places might start looking into as far as zoning, where
Yeah.
um, what they can build there. Because I think I saw months back that's what Costco was either looking into, or maybe there was a location that they were already had plans in the works to do that, where they were going to have a Costco on the bottom floor unit and then build above some housing to maximize space. But yeah,
Yeah, I think I saw there was an article earlier in the year that the National Association of Home Builders was pushing Congress to enact some type of tax incentive laws to convert some of this commercial space into residential, which, massively expensive to do to do that.
yeah,
It's not simple. So
yeah, yeah.
I don't know.
Like we said, there's
I don't know.
no easy solution. People are always going to need a place to live, and that's kind of why I really believe real estate is one of the better asset classes to be involved in. But yeah, you know, housing, right? Or some place to live.
Yeah, it's never going away.
Yeah.
Never going away. Plenty of things are going to change, but that's always going to be there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, this was a great conversation, a lot of good stuff. I mean, do you want to touch on or I don't know if it's your most recent one, but your bashing of Kevin Durant before we head off for the weekend?
Yeah, I mean, there was, NBA top 75 list. Okay. You got all the tops. You're gonna have Jordan, um, Bill Russell, Magic, and I'm not going in a certain order. Jerry West, um, Kareem, Wilt, um, a few others. Number 13 was KD. Steph was 15. I don't know where Russell Westbrook was, but that's not my point. How the hell are you going to put KD ahead of Steph? Steph has won 4 championships and he's changed the game. KD has not changed the game. Okay. So, but in this post, I said KD is closer to Westbrook than to LeBron. And I don't think I said LeBron. LeBron's obviously probably number 2. Closer to Westbrook than to LeBron. And this is what I mean. What I mean by that, KD's led the league in scoring by, like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 times. Like, he's 7 foot tall, can leap over anybody and get a shot off. But he's never won without Steph. He's not changing the game enough to win without Steph. Russell Westbrook puts up numbers, triple doubles 3 years in a row, average triple double 3 years in a row. KD puts up the numbers. He can score, but he's not a Jordan that's going to take over. That's not going to take a team to a championship, or Kobe. Kobe willed a group of Lamar Odom's crackheads to 2 championships. KD hasn't done that. KD had Harden and who else? Yeah, Harden and somebody else.
Westbrook.
Westbrook.
Yeah, but Harden and Westbrook are kind of
They're both
bunch of
been
head basers.
MVPs. They've both been MVPs.
Yeah. But so, that's somewhat, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you, but the fact that, so like I saw it somewhere. So like Shaq and Kobe, right? They had their struggles together. I mean, they won, but if they stayed together, they probably would have won a lot more. But they did have some struggles, and it was like Pippen also with the Bulls with Jordan was great, but Shaq and Kobe's skill or talent was a lot closer than Pippen and Jordan. So even though Pippen was a great player, there was that definitive who was the alpha male on that team. Whereas like
Mm-hmm.
Shaq and Kobe were both great, but they were so close as far as who was the alpha male that that's where I think there was no definitive like this is my team. I mean, if Shaq was in shape, no, hands down, it's his team. But he probably didn't put in the work. A lot of people, said that he just went off of talent, and Kobe worked his ass off. So that's where a lot of the problem happened. But they were so close in level that that's where the dilemma was. Whereas like
Yeah.
Pippen and Jordan, it was, yes, they were both great and they're both stars, but it was like this is Jordan's team, right?
So
And
that means that you agree that KD is closer to Westbrook than to LeBron.
well, yeah, I mean, I'm not really a KD fan. I mean, he's a very skilled player, but like you're saying, it's just from what I see, yeah, like I mean, I don't think there's anyone like Kobe, and I was never really a Kobe fan when he played. It was more after retired past that you really realized his mindset and his determination and whatnot. But it's hard to compare other people to like that level. And I think, a lot of those guys in that era, they're always compared to his work ethic. So, maybe KD does work his ass off, but compared to someone like Kobe, maybe he's not there. But yeah, definitely I I see him more as a stats guy,
Who?
Kevin
Oh,
Durant, that he's a great player. He put up great numbers, but I don't know. To me, I just don't see that everyone kind of has that moment in their career where you remember them for or whatnot, right? Or something that stands out. And he put up great numbers, but there's just not that point where it's just like this set him apart, right?
oh yeah. Like even last year, I mean, he's with the Suns
Yeah,
and Devin Booker and Aiton, and they had Chris Paul back then.
yeah,
Like an unbelievable team and good players, and they can't beat the Nuggets, who obviously are great. But it's like that's your chance to go make something happen on your own without a Steph.
yeah.
Can't do it,
Well, we'll see. Well, is he still with the Suns? He is, right?
dude. Wemby,
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
Wemby.
Yeah,
Two games in a row, they beat the Suns. Two
yeah,
games in a row. Granted, they don't have Bradley Beal, okay,
yeah.
but still,
Well, you know, if there's anybody that's gonna make Wemby like Popovich is probably the coach that's gonna really
yeah,
help him become a winner and
yeah.
become a great basketball IQ also to go with his talent. So
Yeah, and I think I heard something about like how Tim Duncan or the other greats that have been on those teams that have been are around the facility maybe or here and there that can help out, and that's just a great asset too. Like it's Pop. I mean, geez, I think
yeah,
he's approaching the top and wins maybe. Don
probably.
Nelson. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's he's the Belichick of NBA.
Mm-hmm. Five championships or four? I forget. Five,
Yeah, I don't remember. He's won quite a
five.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You never took my bet last year about the Warriors going to the finals, and thank goodness you didn't.
Well,
Man,
I
what a
didn't,
what a what a weird year last year was. Sorry, with NBA, Mavericks were bad, the Warriors were bad. A couple other teams that were good were not great. Like I feel like this year things are kind of back to normal. Mavericks are winning games, Warriors are winning games, Clippers are winning games.
yeah.
That's all I gotta say. I don't
What?
know. I don't
Oh,
know.
I thought you were gonna say something.
No,
Uh,
just last
well,
year was a weird
we'll
year. But
see
yeah,
who
you
makes it
didn't
to
take
the
my bet.
playoffs. Yeah. I don't even know. Did the World Series finish?
Yeah,
Yeah. Who won? Rangers must have been the Rangers then.
Rangers. Yeah,
Yeah, that was unexpected. It goes too far already. It should. I mean, I can't believe it goes into November.
I know.
Baseball.
And this extra series too, like with
Yeah, so nobody's paying attention. Already got football and basketball going on.
yeah, yeah. There
Yeah.
was, I think,
Well,
Monday was like one of the rare days we had a World Series game, a football game, and then NBA and NHL also going. So like they had a term for it. And I forget what they called it, but like the something or other, they have all four
Oh,
going at the same time is like very rare.
yeah. All right.
October
Well,
30th. Yeah, that's all I
this
got.
was fun. Yeah. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
Monday I got a call with Han, Bite Size Investment.
Oh, cool.
He has some mentorship stuff going on, so he wanted to chat and he needs help with his fantasy football team. He still doesn't know how to check the scores on his players.
Shit. I have failed to look at my team for a little bit. I need to do that.
What is my cats doing? It must be hungry. And yes, Sierra's gonna make fun of me for feeding them. But yeah, we'll do this again. But yeah, you know what?
Cool.
Send me that guy's information. The guy investing in
Yeah,
Allentown.
yeah, yeah. I will for
And
sure.
then you know what? When I click off this, let's stay on a little while.
All right, cool. I
All
see.
right. Thanks, man. Bye.